Okay, you're back here on Straight Talk. Our guest for today, Juan Benedicto Katigbak Magdaraog, otherwise known as Decoy. Is it Decoy?
Yeah. Decoy, yeah.
Decoy, he's got a Pompe disease. It's an acid maltase deficiency which attacks the muscular system. It breaks down the muscle. Okay, now, Decoy, they put you on this special diet from 60 pounds, 5'7", 60 pounds, you become 110 pounds. Okay, so was that great or what happened?
Yeah, that was great. Not only did it help my health, but also self-esteem. So I was going to school that time. So it helped a lot. I was going to college and then so I looked better. I didn't look so sick.
Wait a minute. How did you even manage to go to college if you could barely breathe? You were already on a wheelchair.
At that time, I was in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Using the breathing machine during at night. That's why I chose to go to La Salle College of St. Miguel because they had the facilities. Actually, it was a choice between UP or La Salle. Okay. Unfortunately, it was hard to go to UP.
Yeah, because they were not designed. The buildings are so old; they're not designed for wheelchair and disability. Yeah, maybe other schools should take that as a notice. Now, okay. They tell you you've got to be on a wheelchair.
Yes.
Before that, you were walking on your own. Okay, you tripped. But how did that affect you when they told you, hey, you're going to spend your life on a wheelchair?
Actually, one of the plus sides about it is that the disease took a long time to progress. Several years. So I had some time to get used to. Used to be in a wheelchair. Okay. Plus, I didn't really find it that difficult of an adjustment because at least I'm still alive. Okay. So, I mean, regardless of what happens to me now, whether I'm on a breathing machine or a wheelchair, I'm still alive. I'm still allowed to be thankful for. So that's all right. There were some things that I couldn't do anymore, such as play, run, go out to the rough terrain or park outdoors. But there's still a lot that I could do, and I'm still thankful about that. So I try to build up on that. It's a fact of life. I'll be in a wheelchair. What should I do about it? Cry about it? I can't. Nothing will happen. I can't bring it back. So I choose to do what I can. Focus on the abilities that I have and build on it. So
is this attitude born by what you wrote about your parents? The book is What Adults with Disabilities Wish All Parents Knew, Reflections from a Different Journey. In the book, page 80, you said, I learned a great deal from my parents. One of the most important lessons was that although I might be different, that doesn't mean I'm a lesser person than other people. They also taught me to work hard and not to give up. If I can't be strong physically, I can still be strong mentally. Were they tough on you? Was it tough love?
Well, actually, I wouldn't categorize it as tough love. I would categorize it as a supportive love. They would support me. They did cut me slack in the sense that they did not let me use disability as an excuse to underachieve.
Did you actually try to use it as an excuse, as a...
Well, you know, when you're a kid, you try to get out of school. And
what are you talking about? Jeez, you're still a kid. By my standards, yeah.
When I was in grade school, I tried to... kids don't want to go to school, or some kids would have trouble getting themselves to school. But my parents forced me. And they said, you have to go to school, you have to study. You have to study. Since you're not going to be physically strong, you have to make yourself mentally strong so you can compete in the world. You can't compete with physical jobs. You can't compete as a laborer or a sportsman. You can compete in knowledge jobs, jobs that have to do with intellect, jobs that have to do with thinking, and you said you have a lot of options. You can write, you can do computers, you can do analysis, you can do. There's still a lot of options for me, so they forced me to go to school finish my studies. Even with the realization that I might not live till I'm 30 or just late 30s.
Did you live with that fear?
At
or
first,
do
yes.
you still live with that fear that, you know, hey, I'm working on a time limit here?
Actually, before, yes. But only for a time. Why? Because, let's put it this way. If I used that fear to stop me when I was growing up, and it's just say, so I'll give up, wala naman pag-asa, I might end up not dying when I'm 30 years old. What's the use of doing all of these things? But to my mindset, I thought to myself, I said, I better study. Because I can't predict what will happen in the future.
What is it like, disabled as you are, to be studying you studied in a normal classroom setting?
Yes,
right?
normal classroom setting.
Was that hell?
Well, no. Actually, no. I was lucky enough to have great classmates. They took me for who I am. They took me regardless of my disabilities. And actually, one of the positive sides of my disabilities was that I gained true friends. Friends that are there for you regardless of disability or not.
Explain your concept of true friends. I mean, in a classroom setting, we want to horse around, we just want to have fun, or we pass the test. How do you have true friends in your situation?
There was a time in high school when I was having difficulty walking already. And our classrooms were on the 4th floor. So, I had a best friend. And he said, well, he's still my best friend. You know. So I had trouble going up the stairs. And there were times that we were going to be late for class. And he would tell me, halika, sakay kita sa likod ko. Para mas mabilis tayo makaakyat. Piggyback ride. So,
okay. Is that best friend here?
No.
Okay, just checking if he's here in the studio. I think we should acknowledge. What's this guy's name?
Kasi Dino.
Dino
Halagenya.
Dino Halagenya. Well done, Dino. It's guys like you that make a difference in this life. Okay, now, so your best friend would carry you up 4 floors.
4 floors, yeah.
Okay.
4 floors. And just so that we won't be late for class. And then, he helped me around. And during our lunch break, when all of the students would go down to the cafeteria to eat, he'd stay with me. Kaya bawal eh. So we'd eat in the classroom. So he'd also bring his money. Say, I'll stay with you. Samahan kita dito. And we'll eat lunch together. Because those are true friends, you know. They
God, we can make a movie from the two of you. And your parents. I mean, like Lorenzo's Oil.
Well, yeah, it's sort of like that. The legs that my father went through to look for the doctor, it was like finding a needle in a haystack. So at that time, wala pang internet. So he really had to call, write, and look for the doctors. And I also want to acknowledge my brother. He's here with me right now. And when I was growing up, he was the brother who made the difference.
Why?
When I was starting to have a wheelchair, having difficulty, he was the one who would help me. I didn't have a caregiver then yet because I could still manage, but he'd help me. He'd literally push me around. And he's 4 years younger than me, so...
Your kid brother.
Kid brother.
So, hindi ito yung kuyang, ito yung bunso.
Bunso.
Okay.
And he had no trouble doing it. He said, you never hear him complain. He'd help me, and then when I couldn't transfer to my bed anymore, he'd carry me. He's 4 years younger. He's when I was about
which guy is this?
The blue shirt.
Okay, what's his name?
Stevie.
Stevie, can you please walk over here to the studio?